Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a review on the VivoBook S400CA by ASUS. I've had this laptop for about a week now, so I think I'm ready to do my thoughts on this laptop and whether or not you should buy it. So, first of all, let's talk about the specs. I'm sure you know them if you're looking into this laptop. It comes with a 500 gigabyte, 5400 RPM hard drive. That's a normal hard drive. It's a little bit thinner than 2.5, I think. So if you're going to be replacing that with a solid state drive, you're going to have to look for one of those smaller, slimmer ones. It comes also with a little Msata drive with solid state memory on it, so that's 24 gigabytes for optimizing it. Really, it helps out a lot. So you want to keep that in there, but if you want to replace it with, like, say, a bigger drive, you're gonna have size issues because the way it's set up, there's a little bolt in the way, so you can't really fit a large Msata like the M4 if you want to put in a lot more memory into that. For what it is, I think it works well, and the optimization is quite good. It's 14 inches, doesn't come with Bluetooth, at least not in North America. Also has a touchscreen, which is one of the big features on this. Let's look at the ports really quickly. Kensington 2 USB 2.0s. You also have your headphone and microphone jack all in one. An SD card reader, so that's only SD. Then you have a USB 3.0 here, one USB 3.0, and then an HDMI out, VGA out, and the gigabit Ethernet, and then you also have an AC hole right there. You open it up, you can see the full glass display. So the edges do have a little bit of rim of aluminum on them, but you can do like sliding in for gestures, getting your charms, opening up your menus, and switching between apps. If you look at the body, it looks very nice, to be honest. You do have a little bit of a hollow feel on the trackpad, so it feels a bit loose. If you hold it upside down, you will feel it. I don't know if you can hear that, but you can feel it rattling a little bit, so it's a bit loose, the trackpad. That's the main gripe I have about the build quality of this, and you have a little bit of flexing, which you really don't. It feels so solid that it feels a little bit out of place, but you can't really notice it, but you have a little bit of flexing in the keyboard. The hinges don't wobble, they're very solid. This is plastic, but the actual moving it is very solid, and it feels very sturdy. You're not gonna, when you're poking it, it's not gonna feel like it's gonna topple over. It's a little bit top heavy, so it feels like the balance is a little bit towards here when you kind of want it to kind of stay up by itself. That's one thing. Let's look at the LED indicator lights, if you can see them. So you have your standard hard drive, caps locks, internet, and then battery. It's a very nice notebook for what it is. The top is a huge fingerprint magnet. That being said, it's very well constructed, all metal on the top with the ASUS logo. If you are very anal about fingerprints, you're not gonna like this cover. So that's one thing to keep in mind. I've cleaned it so many times, it always gets back to where it is. Let's look at how widely you can open it. One thing I love about my netbook is you can open it up all the way 180 degrees. This one, you're not gonna get that much. So if you want to hold it up like this, maybe with one hand, then do some touch stuff, it's gonna be a little bit awkward. So as you can see, it opens up at a decent angle, but not quite as much as I wish it would. So the solid state drive really helps out with optimization. So does Windows 8. This runs Windows 8, just Windows 8, not Pro or anything like that. So if you want that kind of stuff, you're gonna have to be upgrading it. The battery life is also another disappointing part of this. I would say the main problems people might have with this is no Bluetooth, battery life, and the fact that the trackpad is a little bit iffy. So the battery life, I get about 3.5 hours to 4 hours on this. That's not doing much. Idle time is great. Gets back from hibernation like it's almost just like you're opening the lid. It's awesome. But if you're actually using it, you're only going to get about 3.5 to 4 hours of battery life on this thing, which is a little bit disappointing. It's not very easy to replace things. That being said, you know, it is an ultrabook, so it's going to be a little bit better than most that you might find. So you can add a single RAM slot. I went ahead and added 4 gigabytes more of RAM. It comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM, so now it has 8. I'm sure you could add another 8 and get 12 instead of 8. So and 1600 RAM too, so it's not bad. It's pretty fast. As far as the processor goes, it is an ultra low voltage i5 Ivy Bridge processor. So if you're gonna be looking at maybe you have an old laptop, if you have a Sandy Bridge i5 like my Lenovo down here, the Sandy Bridge i5, that's the standard mobile version. It's about the same speed. It's a little bit slower, but you're not going to notice much of a difference. It also has the 4000 HD by Intel as well for gaming graphics. That's integrated, but it's actually quite good. I play League of Legends fine, no problems, 60 frames per second. Really, it's a good laptop. The screen isn't terrible, even though it is only a 1366 by 768 display, but it is touchscreen. And one thing I love about it is that Windows 8 runs so much better with a touchscreen. Like if I didn't have a touchscreen on my machine, I don't think I would want Windows 8 at all. If you want to look at boot times, let's take a look. This is cold. Might be a little bit slow because I haven't really optimized anything, but let's take a look. So yeah, that's very fast. You can count them seconds for yourself if you want. Everything is well constructed, solid design, $700. Really, when you're looking at components, this is an amazing deal. You're not going to find anything with the same components, with the same features at this price point. Windows 8 with the touchscreen, you're looking at maybe $1,000 for the other machines, but you do get other features like an IPS display from those computers as well. So if you're thinking about that, maybe you want to have a more upgradable computer, or maybe you want to have just a better build quality, you might want to look at those more expensive machines. For a budget laptop, this is great. Honestly, the three big gripes I had: battery, no Bluetooth, and the trackpad being iffy. If you use the mouse like I do, then it's not a problem. Other thing is maybe lack of ports, but honestly, it is an ultrabook, so USB 3.0. If you're looking at competition for this, maybe the HP MV with the touchscreen, the 14-inch laptop like the ultrabook that they have. Other than that, you're not really gonna find much. It's really good. I haven't had problems with Wi-Fi connecting. I haven't had problems with anything like the trackpad not responding. It just doesn't feel right to me. The build quality on the trackpad is the reason I bring this up is because it is very annoying. The right side is a little bit raised from the left side. The left side feels a bit more flush. I don't know if this is just a problem with my machine, but I also saw a couple comments from people reviewing this laptop which they had the same problem. Again, VivoBook S400CA Ultrabook, $700 as of this review. Good. I would recommend it if you're looking for a Windows 8 laptop. Bad if you're looking for a very powerful or amazing machine, but you get what you pay for. Thanks for watching.